All right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. A good bit to dive into and discuss in today's video, as TSM has announced that they are officially leaving WoW. Of course, we did expect this. Raven had kind of hinted towards this in the past, but it seemed like we didn't really know exactly where we were going to go with the Storm Point map changes. And now that those are officially out, they've made their decision as to where they will be now going in ALGS Year 4. TSM obviously is a really popular decision because a lot of fans inside of the tier 2 scene, the tier 3 scene, and even in ranked like to really emphasize landing wherever TSM does, because obviously TSM usually cooks up something pretty well. Also, though, we need to talk about what's going on with a lot of these rosters going into ALGS Year 4, because there's so many question marks around some of the big teams like FaZe and Complexity and E8 and Dark Zero. What in the world is going on? We're here to talk about and discuss in today's video some updates and what's been going on lately. So like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends esports related. If you want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends news related, you can check out our main channel as well down in the description. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this. First thing I wanted to mention is that Fallout basically announced just yesterday that they are getting back into this Apex Rising charity pro-am. This is really fun, and a lot of interesting people like to do this because it gets like a lot of people a chance to play somewhat competitively, somewhat like professionally, however not super duper serious. However, you kind of still get your name out there. Now, we did get tagged in this by Fallout, like YouTube communities like Jmeyels and AJ Hawk. So if you guys were like interested in doing this, we might actually do something like that, try to get our communities involved. And I don't even know if I can play. I'm not really sure exactly how it totally works, but I might reach out to Fallout and ask him. But I thought a lot of you guys in my community are probably really good and probably could be, a really good asset or a really good pick to something like this. So let me know down below if you think that the jmeyels community should get involved in this, because I might look into doing something like that, but I'm not sure how it works. I don't know if I got to pick some of you guys to play with or what. Anyways, also wanted to mention, coming from Minus Tempo, the scrim results from 2 nights ago. I'm not really sure if scrims got canceled last night, because last night there were scrims, but they only played like a couple games and I saw like it was already over really quickly. I'm not sure what happened. A lot of no-shows, but a lot of people are also looking at not only how good Oxygen seems to be doing without TSM here, but E8 also looking a lot more solid since well, I guess you could say since a lot of the absence from these other teams. But you'll know recently they made the decision to not play with Chaotic much anymore. E8 decided to make a roster change, and they've now been playing with Zapto. But here's where the conversation gets weird. I know a lot of people have been saying, look at, Zapto's been playing with E8 the past 2 days. Maybe he's their third. It doesn't seem like that's really the case, although I don't know and I cannot confirm one way or the other. Zapto was rumored to have offers. From what I've heard from our source, the offers were from FaZe and Dark Zero. Of course, shortly after this, he played with neither of them. He started to play with Complexity for a short time, and people thought that maybe he would go to Complexity, and now he's playing with E8. It may seem more so that Zapto might just be filling in for these rosters while these other rosters are in absent, but it just wouldn't make sense, right? If Zapto is going to Dark Zero, why would Zapto not be playing with Dark Zero in the scrims, right? Also, though, you have that League of Legends team, that FaZe team, whatever is what they've rebranded to. We've heard that like Snipedown might not be playing with the FaZe squad this go around. What exactly is going to happen with Snipedown? Of course, there's so many question marks, so many unanswered, so many things that we don't know, that we'll just have to sit around and wait for an update, hopefully pretty soon. So just wanted to keep you guys up to date as to what was going on with Zapto, because I know a lot of people were looking for, the Dark Zero move, and we've heard all these rumors about what's going on. We saw him playing with Complexity and E8. What in the world is happening? Of course, that's just the latest, and interested to see where you guys think though Zapto should personally go. I said the other day that I felt like Zapto should go to FaZe or something, and then Dark Zero really should look at Zane. I feel like Zane would be a really good asset in North America, and I think Dark Zero should maybe express some interest in getting him also. Interested to see what you guys say though. Also wanted to mention the bigger changes. Of course, Madness was in this like race currently with his Watson. They were playing with Keon as well. They were doing the #1 pred stuff, and a lot of good momentum coming out of them, not just because of rank grinding, but also already there has been one of the best North American teams in the scrims as of late. They've been doing really well and playing very consistent. They did announce that obviously with the Storm Point map update, this was like bound to happen. They're announcing their new POIs. They are staying at Tree for World's Edge. However, they've announced that they're going to be going to the wall for Storm Point. Now, this is a weird one because the wall has been really nerfed hard and no longer really a good POI compared to some of the other options that you now have. And that's when Raven shortly announced that TSM finally had their change as well, that TSM will now be landing at Lightning Rod for ALGS Year 4. Now, this one is really weird because, of course, Lightning Rod is where Furia had landed for quite some time. Also, I think Meat Lovers were supposed to like contest Furia for a while. Not sure if that ever really happened, but there's a lot of talk about Lightning Rod. And of course, Furia has lived there for a very long time. How will this all go down? Is Furia planning to keep this? Not really sure since the update. A lot of Storm Point map changes obviously took place, and this caused a lot of people to make a little bit of a different decision. But you can see even in the comments, rest in peace to the wall. But they also announced that they will be looting Thunderwatch while landing there, which makes sense because Thunderwatch is so close, and also Lightning Rod just expanded so much more, and it's so like meshed up on each other. It's basically the same POI at this point. I actually think that like on the minimap, Lightning Rod text is pretty much like right on Thunderwatch still. So really interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. What do you think, looking at the Storm Point map changes, is now the best landing spot on the map? I think Lightning Rod is definitely up there with some of the other ones. Also, I think Zeus's Station is a really good one as well. But interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Of course, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends news related. And until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.